in this inquest is yes, they might not have faced this sort of this public outcry in previous inquest and come wọ́n jẹ́ kó pẹ́ jù so ó jẹ́ kí wọ́n it gives room for àwọn nuisance yìí they enabled a lot of these people and another thing from the CTC that has been read wọ́n tán ti ń kà kí ṣóni náà ti ń kà this is just to refresh our brain and to bring us back to where we're coming from and àwọn tí wọn ò mọ̀ tẹ́lẹ̀ kan tún fi mọ̀ because irú Bayo Reshid tó ń pariwo ó yẹ kí wọ́n pè wọ́n padà ó yẹ kán ṣe so you think the government will be wasting taxpayers' money to be recalling witnesses on an inquest not even in a proper case on an inquest so they will use how many years to find the cause of kpai and at the end of the day from the magistrates their decision she can still not give a medical cause of kpai and things like this can happen for people that doesn't know the medical process of things. Èèyàn lè kú kán má mọ ìdí nǹkan tó pa á. It happens Mohbad kọ́ ni first kò dẹ̀ ní jẹ́ last. Ó máa ń ṣẹlẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ and especially in this type of situation jẹ́ pé wọ́n bẹ bàbá pé máì tí ì gbé lọ o." tó ní rárá o, òun ni òun mọ bó ṣe wáyé òun dẹ̀ lòun máa mọ bí ó ṣe lọ because that's literally what that man did pé òun lòun mọ bó ṣe wá òun lòun mọ bó ṣe máa lọ. And from part of her recommendation, I think there should be a stated law now that everybody will know. Wípé tí nǹkan báyìí bá ti ṣẹlẹ̀ o, there are process to things. And another thing I'll bring out from what she said was they did not call an emergency service. And one of the things I'm going to ask is, do people actually understand what emergency service is? Is our society sensitized to know that there are emergency services? And are there emergency services that actually works? I know of a private one. I know Critical Rescue International. They have branches in Lagos and some key states in Nigeria. But the fact is our society aware that there is a number to call when an emergency happens? Yeah, that Becky Licious, that's where I'm getting at because I'm just going by what Magistrate Shotobi said in her stuff, because if you're not aware of something, then how do you utilize that thing? Ní ìlú yìí, tọ́mọ bá ṣe ń bẹ̀rẹ̀ primary school, tó bá ti ń bẹ̀rẹ̀ reception. Yeah, Baby Soto, I actually worked with them about 17 years ago. And I know your brother. Yeah, I actually worked with them in Lagos about 17 years ago. Um, how well do people know about the services? Ní UK, America, Canada, Australia, the Western world, tọ́n bá ti pé 4 years old, tọ́n bá ti ń bẹ̀rẹ̀ reception, they tell them in an emergency, call 999. In America, you call 911. Please, ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ní ọmọ ní Nàìjíríà, tẹ́ ń tọ́mọ Nàìjíríà, does your children actually know about uh, the emergency service number to call in an emergency? And
An emergency number in Nigeria.
that is, let me just say, I'm going by what the recommendation was. Because you can't blame people from doing something they are not aware is available to them. If they are not available to you, then how do you utilize the service that is not available to you? And one of the things I have been saying here is even the teachers, the teachers that were teaching in Nigeria, are we teaching about cardiopulmonary resuscitation? How do we teach our children how to, and our young adults? How do we teach our children and our young adults about emergency, what to do in an emergency situation? So back to Darusha CTC. Obviously, Yagban, I want to sort of they've said a lot, so I'm not just going to say too much about it, but it just still open the facts of the dysfunction that is in that home, the relationship, the hatred they have towards this young lady, the uh, lack of love among these people. And you don't actually need to love someone to do the right thing. And I'm bold to say that everyone that surrounds this young man refused to do the right thing, even putting aside their biases, their hatred, their lack of love. They refuse to do the right thing. And that is why all this oríṣiríṣi èèyàn jáde wọ́n fi wá ń yọ ẹnu sí ọ̀rọ̀ wọn. And another thing that I will employ us is teaching our children, our young adults, how to deal with situation, how to answer questions, how to stay within the context of things, you know, because gbogbo àwọn ọ̀rọ̀ tí wọn ò bí wọ́n táwọn ẹbí ń sọ síta, òun ló tún jẹ́ kí àwọn aráàta ráyè láti bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní rí nǹkan sọ nípa wọn. They didn't stay within the context of what has happened, you know. Eléyìí ṣe kinní kan. And obviously this started from the day of the site of the burial. Pé, ẹ wo ibi tí ìyàwó ẹ̀ bá dé and all those things. So gbogbo ẹ̀ ló bá wa débi tá a dé. Òun lẹ ṣe rí oríṣiríṣi àwọn àgbàlagbà. Ẹ wo èyí tó wá síbí ǹsìn tó wá ń ṣépè. Mo lọ wo profile. She should be like in her 50s, àgbàlagbà obìnrin tó bọ́ tó máa pa bí amóhùn náà máa jáde tí nǹkan bá wá ṣẹ̀ sí lọ́la á láwọn ayé kan ló ń ṣe òun. You as a woman you have not sit down kẹsẹ̀ rò lọ́kàn yín pé okay kí ni ó ṣẹlẹ̀ kí ló bá wa débì irọ́ o, Wùnmí ò ṣe nǹkan tó dáa ni. Tẹ́ bá bi wọ́n okay kí ni ẹ expect pé kó ṣe, wọ́n á bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní máa kálòlò. Wọn ò ní lè sọ pé okay nǹkan báyìí ló yẹ kó ṣe nǹkan báyìí ló yẹ kó ṣe. And another thing, from the autopsy, from the toxicology, from all the witness accounts, and I'm saying this, sí àwọn wèrè tán máa ń pariwo, ó ti ṣubú ogun lọ́bẹ and all those things. Autopsy says there is no trauma mark. There is nothing on his body. Gbogbo ẹ̀ náà ti ṣe. So you can't go to court. So ẹ wá ń sọ pé àwọn kan wà níbi agbára tí wọn ò jẹ́ kí tí wọn ò dá yín lò. You want to petition someone based on lie. Ẹ dẹ̀ fẹ́ kí ìjọba as a whole institution to be entertaining your ridiculous attitude, your foolishness. How will they? As in, kí ni evidence ẹ fẹ́ lọ mú bá wọn ní ilé ẹjọ́ pé ẹ fi pẹ́ ní ilé ẹjọ́ tí wọn ò ní fi pánkẹ́rẹ́ lé ẹ̀kan fi lé yín, you know? Grace, I don't know what you mean about how about other states in Nigeria. I don't understand your question. So all these things, there's so many dysfunction in our society, and this dysfunction starts from the home, you know. Cause see, it's everything is wrong, and the fact that you see all these elderly people fighting so hard, fighting badly, making a mockery of themselves on social media over a situation they have not actually sit down to listen to. Tẹ́ bá béèrè lọ́wọ́ most of them nísìnyí wọ́n á sọ pé ẹ wo irú àwọn tó lọ sí inquest. They came out to be lying to the public. They came out to sọ ọ̀tọ̀ nìkan tó máa sọ níbẹ̀ ọ̀tọ̀ nìkan tó máa bọ́ta tó ń sọ. Now some people, a lot of people have been messed up, they are confused pé èwo ni ká gbàgbọ́. Wọ́n make it look as if the government was interested in the plight of this young man. It's just, this is another pointer to let us know that conspiracy theory is a very dangerous thing in the society. We need to filter what we listen to, we need to filter what we hear. If not, the people like all these juicy people will mess your brain up. Because you will ask yourself, báwo ni irú Monjola that is at least 50 years old will go to somewhere and come out and lie? You will ask yourself, what is her game? You look at the like of West 2, they go in there, they listen, they came out to come and say something else. The like of Arifa lying, saying, Omuri Moto Ọba níbẹ̀. The thing you ask yourself is, why? To what end? And I'm sorry, what is the way forward for us at this point? because these people should not be allowed to go scot-free. If tán bá mú eléyìí jẹ, wọ́n á ṣe ìmíì tó worse. And this is why we are seeing the likes of VDM. We keep allowing them to get away with their bad behavior. And it is the same thing that is giving Joseph power. Ìgbà tó bẹ̀rẹ̀, kò sẹ́ni tó ká ìyẹ́ apá ẹ̀. So ó ti believe pé òun máa máa ṣé òun máa máa mú jẹ. And they hide under àgbàlagbà ní ọmọ kékeré ló máa always wà abẹ́ àgbàlagbà. And also, pípẹ́ ẹ̀ ṣèbí family ni wá, which Omowumi herself have came out to say is my father-in-law. I think she has not realized the extent of the damage this man has done. Yes, it's we on this side knows that okay, bye, 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 bye. But you, Omowumi, has not actually processed the extent of the evil this man has done to you. Because it means somebody paying Joko, you probably want to sit there and be having meeting one back there and also below the extent of the damage, the evil this man has melted towards you and your son. Think about it. This is a man you need to run far away from. Tí máa yìí bá ní oògùn ó máa fi kàn ẹ́ lára. Let's call a spade a spade. Yes, he was your father-in-law. Yes, he is the father of your late husband. But this is now reality. Reality lele fún ẹsẹ̀. You need to face it. This family does not love you. As much as you've come out to tell us, Liam doesn't have other family. Family is not always blood. You know, family doesn't always mean blood. You know, so you need to. My kàn ti ara àwọn people ìmú ẹ because Joseph Aloba has raised army of evil against you. Tí ìbá ṣe pé Olúwa tó wà nípa títí ẹ, we won't be here saying this. The lies. Let's assume autopsy wasn't done. People will believe all the lies that have been meted against you. Oh, Gbaleshi, and even your own sister, your half sister came out. Ó ní, orí railings ló ti kán. You ask yourself, for me, this is a question I have been asking myself. To what end? Irú kí ni pálapàla? Do we allow our biases, our differences, our hatred to make us not to do the right thing? That means we are bad people. You know, exactly, very soft life. How do you àwọn ará ìta máa pè yín ẹ máa sọ̀rọ̀ ara ilé yín fún yín kò sí bí mo ṣe fẹ́ bá ara ilé mi jà tí ará ìta máa pè mí tí màá máa ro ẹjọ́ gọ́tà dọ̀tí. It doesn't make sense because okay, ṣé Báyọ̀ wretched ó ti bọ́ síta kó wá sọ nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ láàrin òun àti ìyàwó ẹ̀ and they will be asking you bring evidence tell us they should come and tell us everything that happened on a Monday as if they keep records of everything that is happening in their life. They put a phone on their face and be recording everything that happens in their life. I'm really hoping that I when Lagbaja was reading, I was happy that some of the women representative and stuff they were at the court that day. I think we need to come up to a way how we can write these people and ask them how can they help because this is not just about a woman, it's about another widow. It's about the young women in Nigeria that has been subjugated, that has been victimized. There should be something we should get out of this. The 2 years we have spent on Temis platform, we should get positivity out of this. So that going forward, tó bá di ọ̀la, tí irú Yomi, irú VDM tó bá fẹ́ dìde to harass any girl child in Nigeria, to harass any woman, widow or not in Nigeria, they will know that there is a law that is that will protect them. There will be people that will rise up and say no. You will not do this because Oma feel that is one of my prayer. Aside that the regulation and reformation of the Nigerian health system. Because the magistrate was right. If there is an emergency services number that is readily available, is there even a walk-in hospital? What information do people have regarding medication and self-medication? How was it easy? The easy accessibility of a non-trained personnel to have access to IV medication, not just anyhow medication, and IV antibiotics. There should be regulations. How does the government comes in? These are all the things that should have been born out of this whole situation. But because of selfishness, because of wickedness, and most of these people don't pariwo yìí ìlú òyìnbó náà wà, wọ́n wà protected. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà Nàìjíríà lẹ máa jẹ ìyà ẹ̀. And that is the truth. They are in the abroad. Tí wọn bá mí dáadáa, tán bá pe ambulance máa dá wọn lóhùn is free of charge, especially for people that live in Europe. Nàìjíríà kò sí access sí nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn. Kò sí information, kò sí education. These people did not call for building a small concert called one center, walking center in that Ikorodu in the name of this young man. No, bàbá ẹ̀ ní pé owó yẹn òun gbọ́dọ̀ gbà ó. Kí gbogbo owó náà kí ló ti fi dà? Wọ́n ní àwọn kan dìde lánàá, wọ́n ní pé tó bá jẹ́ 7 years ni kí ó fi ọmọ yẹn sínú yìnyín for 7 years, àwọn máa san owó yẹn. But none of these people can buy inhaler fún ọmọ tó ní asthma ní Nàìjíríà. Then the question again is, to what end? What are these people looking for? Is it the hatred towards women or something else? Because we know, yes, some of these people hate women. They are enablers of evil, especially the women among them, the elderly, with older women among them. They make excuses, they lie, they will gaslight, they will do all sorts because it involves a young woman. Inasmuch as a young, pretty woman, their antenna of hatred, Omawa, Oponi, they can't stand it. We need a lot of teaching in our society. We need to start teaching our children, like I said a few days ago, patience, kindness. We need it in our society. What is sọnù? Inú bí everybody, everyone is just angry unnecessarily. Everyone just wants to fight. Ìjà tí ò make sense. The unity in our society, kò sí unity in our society. Is this a problem from the home? Is it a problem from school? Is it a societal problem? Is it the state of our government? Is it because we live in a society that is multilingual that is causing all this? Is it because we are in a society of so many different tribes? We need to go back and look at the root cause of this problem. Ìjẹ̀bú ò gbọ́dọ̀ fẹ́ Èkìtì, Ìjẹ̀bú ò gbọ́dọ̀ fẹ́ Abẹ́òkúta. All this intertribal war, it's just not helping us as a society. We need to come together and see how we can build a nation that can, at least I grew up in Nigeria, it was never this bad. Listen, it's just terrible. Tí ò bá ti ṣe àwa, in as much it did not affect us personally, then it is their problem until until it comes to us. Please, ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà Nigeria, stop listening to all these people that lives abroad. Mama, so if it is in the abroad, this cannot happen. If it is this cannot happen. They are protected. The government is looking after them. Don't let them ruin your life. You need to know what is going on. Don't let àwọn people yìí ruin life yín. Tó bá ti ṣẹlẹ̀ tán, ẹ̀yin lẹ máa deal pẹ̀lú ẹ̀. So please, I really don't know. I really don't know how much or how else to say this, but it is where we are at the moment. Unnecessary hatred towards a young widow. Mi ò mọ ibi tẹ́ fẹ́ pé ó máa bá yín dé. Yes, there is suffered. So many homes are dysfunctional, and it is scary. The hatred, the rituals, the nasty things that I have had in the last 2 years. Honestly, I would never have believed it existed in our society. The unnecessary talk, the evil that has been born out of justice for mobile, the disrespect, the lies, The bold lies is unimaginable. You ask yourself, have you seen even àwọn tó tẹ̀ tí àwọn tí ò rírí ń parọ́ tó tó yìí? Ká tó wá sọ àwọn tó ti rírí, look at his sister coming out, lying and paying people to to plan evil against your sister. Ṣé ká wá sọ pé kò sí Ọlọ́run lókè mọ́ ni? To what end? You people on the side of Josie or on the side of hating this girl, ask yourself, what is your gain in all this? What do you intend to achieve after this? After all said and done, what will be your take home? That she's gonna be jailed, which is never going to happen. This is not kangaroo nation. As much as the ṣe ń fi pé Nigeria ò lófin, this is not kangaroo nation. This is not 100 years ago. There are laws and there are rules in place. The government cannot even pick on a girl. That they can't pick on her and say they're going to jail her for no cause reason. The world is watching. So ìyẹn ti di àgbàdo tó wà nínú ògò, kò sí nǹkan tádìẹ lè fi ṣe. So you all need to forget about that. They will go strictly by evidence. And evidence has shown that there was nothing. And some of you that is trying to establish, do they quarrel, do they fight? Joe, is that the cause of why? Oh, you want to establish if the relationship was toxic. At that point, it is at the point of why that was not what happened. So establishing that doesn't make it's not useful. And some other people will say, and she didn't do well. She should have taken him to the hospital. No, not when the man was competent. He was mentally competent. He was physically capable. So there is no way she's going to drag him to an hospital. He has a right to refuse care, which he did. And to be honest, I have said this over a year ago. That wound did not require all hospital care. That is the fact. Take it or leave it. Paracetamol would have just been enough. But because of lack of education, lack of information for Nigerians, tí nǹkan kékeré bá ti ṣe wá, ẹ lọ pe nọ́ọ̀sì mo fẹ́ gba abẹ́rẹ́. Òun ni one of the things tó bá wa débi tá a dé yìí. These are the teachings, these are the things we're supposed to put out there. Everything does not require medication, and that's why a lot of us are resistant to medications to yẹ kó help wa. A ti lo anti-malaria títí kò ṣiṣẹ́ mọ́. A ti lo antibiotics títí. Most people are now resistant to antibiotics. So when they now really need antibiotics, kò wá ní ṣiṣẹ́. Yes, day one. That is why she's a quack. That is why she's a quack, because she doesn't know. She does not know the pharmacology, the pharmacokinetic aspects of the medication she's giving. The first question is, why are you giving ceftriaxone? What is the indication for it? It is not your first line of antibiotics, to be honest. In England, and I will speak of England, before they will be prescribing ceftriaxone, that patient, the blood results would have been seen by a microbiologist, not even your doctor that is treating you. You would have done tests and they would have referred the patient to a microbiologist. They would have seen the result. It is microbiology that would prescribe that type of antibiotics. So it's not the first line of antibiotics. So, Bawasi, accident and emergency, don't give. No. And she's saying she went out to buy, what did she go to buy again? I've forgotten the name. It was a steroid she went to buy. Hydrocortisone. It's not hydrocortisone, we just have to reduce the swelling. So she's seeing them doing something, but she does not know why they are doing it. And another thing, tó ti ń rife ní Nigeria is education is not important. Education is not just going to university. Èèyàn kọ́ṣẹ́ ọwọ́ is a form of education as well. So all these emergency social media influencer, they've been given power to rubbish education. These are part of the things that needs to be taught. These are the 2 years has been wasted defending and attacking and defending. The more they attack this girl, we are here defending. So the process of teaching has been lost. Exactly, baby supply. Hydrocortisone was not the next step. Yeah, Tamia Oluwa. Yeah, that's the problem. How was it easy to get antibiotics? That anyone can just walk into a pharmacy in Nigeria, you're buying that type of adúrú nǹkan tó ra IV medication tó ra, ó ra IV paracetamol, ó ra Voltaren, can't remember the trade name, but it's the other one. Ó ra yẹn, ó ra antibiotics, ó ra water for injection, ó ra anti-tetanus. She bought cocktail of medication. How easy was that? Bene, good evening, sis. So gbogbo yín tẹ̀ ń lọ tẹ̀ ń bọ̀ tẹ̀ ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ ń sunkún. Did she do this? Did she do that? I hope you have come here to listen. Listen with an open mind. Take hatred out of your mind. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ti ṣẹ̀ nínú ìrìn àjò yìí, I don't know bóyá Ọlọ́run lè dáríjì yín because èmi personally o, èmi ò gbàdúrà k'Ọlọ́run dáríjì yín because ẹ need láti jèrè iṣẹ́ ọwọ́ yín. You should feel the essence, the wickedness, the virtues you have poured out to a total stranger. It will not be fair if you just get away with this. It won't be fair. Kò ní wà fair to humanity if you get away with this. No, it won't be fair. It will just show that bí ẹni pé kò sọ́lọ́run lókè ni tẹ́ bá mú kinní yìí jẹ. Look at the like of Yomi coming out boldly, lying, all because of money. Yorùbá ní owó àtàn èèyàn ló máa kù. Ṣé gbogbo àṣà àti ìṣe wa àti wá sọ dànù? No, nothing. Gbogbo ẹ̀ ó ti lọ torí nǹkan tá a fẹ́ jẹ. Torí nǹkan tá a fẹ́ jẹ nísinsìnyí àti wá bà nǹkan tá a máa jẹ jẹ́. You see them ẹ máa máa wí pé ibi ẹ tún máa gbọ́ ẹlòmíì máa pé ṣé bá gbàlagbà máa wo picture ẹlòmíì pé ṣé bá gbàlagbà lẹ́nu yìí ẹ gbọ́ bó ṣe ń lọ àná ni wèrè vengeance ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ ń béèrè lọ́wọ́ Bayo Rachel tẹ́pẹ́ ó máa Rachel títí ìgbésí ayé ẹ̀ ni tó bá tún ayé wá ìrandíran ẹ̀ máa Rachel ni wípé the àdúrà say if anybody say they saw the brother on Monday. The question is, how did these people come up with this level of evil? Kọ́ńkà CTC Lagata Ìdòwú olórí burúkú ìwọ tó ò ní ṣe rere nílé ayé because everywhere that they are talking about bad, your name comes up out from there. Lagata, I don't know who you're working for, but the host of heaven will deal with you. Ó máa deal pẹ̀lú èso kan tó ní, ó ò ní nísinmi, ó máa tàràkà kú ni. Ìwọ ń sọ pé wọ́n ti change nǹkan tó wà ní CTC. Are you that daft? Ìyá wèrè kan ń sọ lánàá ṣebí nígbà tó ń sọ fún pé nọ́ọ̀sì ti jáde ó lóun fún lábẹ́rẹ́ this foolish old woman that should be in her 60s ṣebí ẹ ti gbàgbé pé Nàìjíríà gbogbo wa ni kò sí nǹkan tí ò lè ṣẹlẹ̀ Nàìjíríà ẹ dẹ̀ ń lọ ẹ ń bọ̀ ẹ dẹ̀ ń borúkọ ìlú yẹn jẹ́ ẹ dẹ̀ ń sọ pé you want the better for that country. How do you destroy something and you are expecting better for the same thing you are destroying? So you're saying that àwọn ọmọ yín máa lọ parọ́ torí nǹkan tó fẹ́ jẹ. Exactly, baby soft life. You actually think the court of law will be Abba. The first question anyone tó bá ní ọpọlọ lórí will ask is who is Mohbad in this grand scheme of things in Nigeria society that they want to take him out of the way. Àwọn wèrè kan ní ẹ toró ti mọ àṣírí wọn. Ṣé ó bá gọ́vnà rẹ̀ ni àbó bá president rẹ̀ tó fi mọ àṣírí wọn? Àṣírí wo ló wà lọ́wọ́ àwọn òṣèlú Nàìjíríà tó ẹ fi pé ẹ lè tú àṣírí wọn tó fẹ́ make anything? There are things that uh, the authorities, the people in authority tó máa ṣe tó ń mú jẹ tó bá ṣe níbí yìí wọn the next day wọ́n máa resign. Ṣáwọn ará ṣé àwọn leaders Nigeria tán ní tìjú you can't shame the shameless now. So ẹ̀yin lẹ wá ń sọ pé it is because he knows their secrets wípé what ẹ parọ́ títí ẹ ló ń bá wọn kan gbógun olóró ọjọ́ mélòó gan ni òun gan ti kúrò Nàìjíríà tó bá jẹ́ ẹni tó jẹ́ frequent flyer that is going in and out ẹ máa níṣẹ́ tó ń ṣe nìyẹn ẹ parọ́ títí ẹ níyàwó ẹ gbé oògùn olóró sínú báàgì ẹ kò sí nǹkan burúkú tẹ̀ ẹ́ tì sọ. Òpònú kan sọ òun wo fídíò ẹ̀ kan òun á ráwọn girls tó ń bá a jó òun á ní Mohbad ò bá ti mú kan nínú àwọn girl yìí ò bá ti fẹ́ instead tó fi lọ fẹ́ Ọmọ́wùnmí. Well, shame on you. He made his choice. Nígbà tọmọkùnrin kọ́kọ́ kú Joseph Aloba máa bọ́ta anybody tó bá lóyún fọ́mọ òun kó bọ́ta kó wá sọ ó tún parọ́ títí ìgbà tọmọ òun wà London ó gbé fóònù fóyìnbó kan wọn rán ṣe mọ̀ pé òun ò gbóyìnbó but ọmọ yẹn sọ fún òun pé òun ti lóyún Joseph Aloba yọ lies yẹn ló máa fún ẹ lọ́wọ́ ó parọ́ títí ó parọ́ mọ́kù ọ̀run ó sọ pé òkú ọ̀run ò dìdìrín ni dádì mi wọ́n ti nà mí tán ẹ jẹ́ ká máa lọlé. You stripped him of his manhood. I don't get it, baby stuff. They stripped this guy of his totality of being a human. They stripped him of the totality of being a man. They denied him of what made him who he was. Ṣùgbọ́n òun ni agbọ́nísítì sì tán sọ pé in everybody kìíní nìkan ló máa ń lè gbóná wojú ẹ̀ criminal boy yẹn nìkan ló máa ń lè gbóná wojú ẹ̀. Sọmọ́wùmí tẹ̀ ń sọ gan pé kìíní kan kò lè gbóná wojú ẹ̀kùn ẹ̀. Ẹ wá ń sọ ó máa ń nà ó ti ṣoògùn fún ó ti ṣe pẹ̀lẹ́ o. Ẹ parọ́ títí the world is looking at you it's just a shameful act. Ẹ ń dójú tì wá kẹ́ ẹ kó gbá wọlé kẹ́ ẹ kó ṣì dànù. Ẹ kó ṣì dànù and stop disgracing the nation Nigeria. Sọ pé àwọn ẹbí yín even Joseph Aloba sọ ó lóun wo ìkànnì yín tó fóun lówó òun rí ẹbí yín tẹ́bí ń pa òun ní láti fún ẹni yẹn lówó òun tún kó bàtà fẹ́ni náà fún ẹni yẹn láṣọ with that ṣì nírònú ẹ ti náwó ẹ ti nára lórí pé ẹ ń wá ìṣubú ọmọlàkejì yín. I saw men congregate talking bad about Iyabo Ojo. Ẹ ń sọ pé àṣírí ẹ̀ ti tú and I'm wondering ẹjọ́ àṣírí wo ló tú because I don't get it. What secret has been leaked in this whole situation and this whole shenanigans? Why did they do secret DNA? When do they start doing open DNA? As in, I don't get it. Ṣé ignorance lélẹ́yìí ni illiteracy la fẹ́ pè ní or sheer wickedness? Ẹ lọ kọwọ́ ọmọ yín baṣọ so that ègún tẹ́ ti gbà yẹn ó máa wà lórí ètè tí gbà because èyí tẹ́ ti gbà ẹ máa jẹ ìyà ẹ̀. Ẹ lè mú jẹ ẹ máa jẹ ìyà ẹ̀. There is a God up there that sees to the affairs of men. Ẹ máa jẹ ìyà ẹ̀. But kẹ́ ẹ mọ̀ bóyá ẹ fẹ́ gba ìyà yín ní Congo ni o bóyá ní basket ni o bóyá ní drum ni o so start thinking the level of your evil will determine ìyà tẹ́ máa jẹ bó pé kẹ́ lẹ́ẹ̀mú jẹ yẹn kò Even when you come out and beg publicly, you will still jẹ ìyà ẹ̀. Kẹ bọ́ta kẹ sọ ọ́, kẹ má bọ́ta kẹ sọ ọ́, ẹ máa jẹ ìyà ẹ̀. You look at the like of G-Babe, Yeti 70, and you ask yourself, who are these evil people? Àwọn wo ló bí yín tí wọn ò rí yín bí tí wọn ò rọ yín pa ní kékeré? Ẹ máa wo irú Adénìkẹ́ tó fi 25 years kan bọ́ ṣe ń ṣe roast chicken, kò sì mọ́ṣe náà. Ìyábọ̀ Òjó ni her new occupation. Ìwọ tọ́mọ tiẹ̀ ṣèyàwó tí ò tó wọn lẹ̀ fún ẹ, ìwọ wá ń sọ nípa wedding ọmọ ọlọ́mọ. Rí pé òṣì lẹ́ ń ṣe, kẹ́ get out of our space. I just hope that the government, the DPP, and the people in the affairs are going to do something about this whole thing. Because we are not coming back to do this for another person. Let the people in authority, let the government do the right thing. This cannot happen in England and everyone will fold their hands. The women, the people in power will not fold their hands and allow this to happen. Ẹ jókòó sílùú òyìnbó ibi tán ti ń fún yín lóúnjẹ, tán ti ń protect yín, ẹ dẹ̀ ń ba ìlú yẹn jẹ́, ẹ ń ba Nàìjíríà jẹ́, ẹ dẹ̀ ń parọ́. Torí àwọn ọmọ yẹn ò tíì jáde rí, wọn, most of them wọn ò dé airport rí. Ẹ máa sọ fún wọn, if it is in the abroad. Ẹ wo bí Yomi ṣe ń mú Bíntín lọ sí school tó ń pa irọ́, ìyẹn náà dẹ̀ ń kó jẹ, ó ń bí sí yẹn lẹ́nu, ìyẹn náà dẹ̀ ń kó jẹ. Wọ́n ti sọ, if you think education is expensive, try ignorance. Yomi ọ̀hún náà kò lọ sí school. He doesn't know the proper rule of law. Ìwọ ní ìwọ ò ní gbà o, ìwọ ò ní gbà. Okay, lọ s'Èkó, go to Lagos. Olòṣì oníbodè, lọ sí Èkó, kó lọ sọ fún ìjọba Èkó. You're lying against a whole force, a whole Nigerian police force, accusing them of what? Ìwọ gan ò mọ nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀. But because you have made so much money, olè oníjẹkújẹ ní gbogbo owó tó make nínú justice for Mohbad yìí, o ò bá ti fi ra ìvọ́ọ̀gì wèrè tó ń wá káàkiri, bó oníjẹkújẹ ní bó ṣe ń rí owó ó ti lọ fi jẹ chicken and chips, ó ń jẹun hàùn hàùn hàùn, ọmọ ò rọ́jú ọlá rí, olòṣì onídọ̀tí. Ó ní Akóredé ló máa ṣe ikú pa ẹ́. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni, oníbodè ni. Nígbà tó lọ sí airport tó lọ lóun ṣọ́bodè. Wo the mockery, they were clowns. And the fact that some people actually believed them is the problem for me. As in, some people believed them. Accident, wọn bá ti ní accident, bóyá mọ́tò kíni ni ò bá ti pa wọ́n dànù. Ẹ wo sodium chloride nísìn lórí ọ̀rọ̀ ọlọ́rọ̀, wọ́n fi ẹsẹ̀ wọ̀n. Look at that. Because he allowed these young people to commit crimes. He allowed them láti commit a crime. Ẹ jẹ́ bá wa power tap. Power tap, please. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, tó ń bá ń wò ṣẹ́jú akàn, wọ́n máa pẹ́ létí omi, wọ́n á pẹ́ ń bẹ̀ títí. Ẹ wo Yomi. Ẹ wo Yomi ọkùnrin. Wọ́n wá ń ṣe rádaràda bí ọbẹ̀ ọlọ́kà. Tẹ bá ṣe ń pàkan nìkan máa tún máa dìde. Wọ́n á ní ọmọ méjìlá kínní, èmi ò tẹ̀ wá kí n pè ní wọ́n mi mọ́. Wọ́n á ní wọ́n. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ pé oríire ò lè wù. You think you are spoiling somebody's name. Ẹ̀yin lóríire ò lè wù náà. Àtọmọ kékeré àtàgbàlagbà nu wọn. They will come out, you will be saying trash. Ẹ̀yin tí ò tí bímọ rí inú wọn náà, wọ́n á máa sọ rádaràda. When she ṣe kinní kan, wèrè ọmọ òṣìkò tí ń sè eléyín fọ́kànbí iná wẹ́dà náà, they will be asking a young lady to come and tell them, your Wunmi, come out, tell us. Yellow man follow me. Wunmi, come and tell us. So, interview to Loshe, what is it for? This girl did interview. You all say, oh, she's lying. As if you, ẹ̀yin ni wọ́n get kò tó ń gbé lé wọn àbí? People that lived in the houses, their CCTV wasn't working. But you all say, oh, the CCTV was working. And let me talk about the bleeding profusely. When from the preliminary report says they said he was. They were giving an account of what has been said to them, which later. But she did have part of which later. Wọ́n gbọ́ yẹn mọ́. Wọ́n wá sọ profusely, wọ́n sọ di hymn, tán fi ń sọ, wọ́n sọ di national anthem. Look at the like of Lati. Lati's platform has every kind of lunatics. In fact, they are supposed to establish a psychiatric home for everyone on that Lati's platform. Kò sí tẹ́ bá wá every kind of mental health diagnosis, you will find it among Lati and his followers. Àtẹni tó ní schizophrenia o, àtẹni tó ní bipolar o, àtẹni tó ní manic depressive disorder o, àtẹni tó ní social affective disorder. Everyone that I can remember, you will find it on that platform. And they are there. We congregate under Lati's platform. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́, kí wá ní ìjọba Nàìjíríà fẹ́ ṣe lórí àwọn wèrè yìí? Kí ni ìjọba Èkó fẹ́ ṣe? Because eléyìí gan ti kọjá agbára ìjọba ìlú kan. Ẹ wá imagine kán da àwọn wèrè platform Lati yẹn nìkan, kán dá wọn sígboro. Ṣé àwọn èèyàn ò ní máa buyàn jẹ ní títì? Read, they can't read. Interpret, that they cannot interpret. They have no knowledge. Lati that does not even know how to read the national anthem. Lati cannot read. And this man has lived in Dublin, an English-speaking country. All they want is people to keep brushing their ego. Comfort, ìyẹn ti jìn sínú ọ̀fìn ayé, so I don't even remember her. Comfort is like a sloth, a more animal sloth. That is how she is. And her look, the way she talks, her thought process is that of a sloth. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́, kí ló ń pe sloth ní èdè Yorùbá? Mi ò mọ orúkọ tó ń pe animal yẹn tó máa ń. Even Bible, it was against that animal. They are slow, they are dirty, they eat anyhow. Everything tó wrong pẹ̀lú a human being, òun ni animal yẹn, òun ni comfort. Yeah, benevolence. I don't know what is called in Yoruba, but there was a passage in the Bible that talks about it. That is who comfort is. How can a nation be so happy when someone is not doing well? They are happy thinking that this is the downfall of Iyabo Ojo, or is a sloth, sloth, baby soft like that animal that looks. Ṣé òun ẹlẹ́dẹ̀ gan? I don't know the Yoruba name, but somebody says ẹlẹ́dẹ̀ gan. It's slow, it has a funny look, it eats anyhow, it talks slowly. Look at Comfort, look at that animal. She is dirty.
Mayor,
Ma,
it is called Ajao, Ajao.
Ajao. Èèyàn ló ń
Mm.
jàjà o.
No, in Yoruba, a sloth is called, maybe we're wrong. Its lot is called Ajao. Yeah.
Eh,
Yeah. The pronunciation pronounce AH-JAH-OH. Got a break syllable.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, baby stuff. It's extremely daft. Yeah, that's what came to my mind when somebody wrote about comfort. That is the animal that came to my mind, and that is how she is. Eh? It's just yeah, user. It's just that is the thing. Because you ask yourself, some of these people we can't see them. Then you wonder, what if this person is my coworker, my neighbor, my colleague, my family that are spitting so much venom towards a young widow? Now imagine what they will do to people they know. Tó bá ṣẹ̀ wọ́n, the venom, the vitriol, the curses, the wickedness, the fact that they don't care. Olùpani, ẹ̀yin tí ẹ mọ ọmọkùnrin rí, ọjọ́ rírí jẹ, ọjọ́ rírí mu, mọ bí wọ́n ṣe gbégbé ayé wọn, but suddenly ẹ wá sọ pé bàbá tó tọ́ ọmọ, ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ọmọ wo ni bàbá tọ́? Blessing ó gbóyún ni ó fi lé sílé ọkọ. Ìkejì, ìyẹn sá kúrò nílé as a teenager. Ìkẹta nìyẹn náà ló drop out ní GSS2. Máyọ̀wá ló wà ńbẹ̀ nínú ilé ẹ̀ yẹn. Tó bá fẹ́ interpret, á máa pe Senator Inch. And this is a man. These useless people are saying he trained his children. Please, I've mentioned four. What training has this man given any of these young people? Beula nìyẹn, how old is Beula? Ṣé 8 àbí 6? My name is Beula. My English name is Ajoke. That's number 5 out of his children. Please tell me what education. Why would the age of Beula not know how to read? Eh, my name is Beula. My English name is Ajoke.
Mayor, ẹ̀kàlẹ̀ ṣé
Wow.
Bẹ́úlà náà lọ sí inquest ni? Nọ́mbà kí ló wà?
Ẹ̀wọ̀n lágbájá láti wá tó bá ti débẹ̀ tó bá ti kà débẹ̀ ẹ́ olòṣì àkúdàáyá wa ń pariwo àdúrà ó kọ nǹkan wọ́n bá a kọ́ ni àdúrà tí ò lè sòyìnbó kò lè sòyìnbó you're such a useless entity àkúdàáyá you want to blame the shortcoming of a father on his son, on his young adult son. You want to blame Adura for his father's shortcoming, for his father's failure. You see, it just shows you are a failed mother, you are a failed human being. Anyway, Kudaya or Ehinosa Join. Ìwà àti Crunchy Queen Oloshi, what's that her name? Shrek. Oh, thank you, baby soft. Eh? The way they are happy, the way they get their knicker twisted over another person's issue is unbelievable. Wọ́n rẹ́rìn-ín, àṣírí Ìyábọ̀ ti tú, kìnìkan, she's supposed to have told them. Did she come to us on this platform to tell us anything? We used our number 6. We didn't allow awuyewuye kó gbé wa lọ. We stayed on the course. We listened. We investigated. We used our common sense. We read about this, and we used our humanity. Pé, ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ nínú wa ló ní ọkọ ló níyàwó la ní ọmọ a ò pé láti mo ṣe fẹ́ ṣọkọ mi léṣe.
Níbo lẹ ti
What
rọ́kọ?
purpose?
Ṣé lọ́kọ ni?
Àbí alágbèésùn.
Àwa tó ń pè wá láṣànà níbo?
And kan tó sọ one or two wọn láwọn single mother àwọn single mother.
Mayor, ẹ má bínú pé mo kọ́ tí yàn. Ṣé rí i pé gbogbo àwọn pípù yìí ìkà ni wọ́n ẹ wo nǹkan tí Mr. Dawa ti ń kà gbogbo CTC gbogbo everything bá ti ń kà látànà ẹ máa lọ sí inquest ẹ máa dé a ti mọ̀ pé máa ń parọ́ àwọn gullible followers tó ń follow yín ẹ dẹ̀ ń ba ayé wọn jẹ́ dẹ̀ ń ba mental health wọn jẹ́ wẹ́ẹ́ ṣe àwọn pípọ̀ yẹn náà evil ni wọn ìkà ni wọn ó tèkè hàn láti jẹ èèyàn tí ò ní kà kó máa believe gbogbo rádaràda yìí.
bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
ẹ dẹ̀ ń change everything ẹni yẹn Wùmí ò sọ nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ìgbà tí bàbá Mohbad àárọ̀ yìí Mario post nǹkan sórí page ẹ̀ láàárọ̀ kùtùkùtù ó ní artist kan kí ló orúkọ ẹ̀ náà o Papa Show bó ṣe rí pọ́ post báyìí bó ṣe comment nìyẹn pé báwo ló ṣe máa mix picture bàbá Mohbad before and after ní pé èèyàn tẹ́ pé wọ́n pè lọ́sọ̀kọ̀ orúkọ pé ọmọ ẹ̀ dákẹ́ ó délé yẹn ó bọ́ ọmọ ẹ̀ tó ti kú wọ́n ẹ̀ ń bá mẹ́ ìgbà kan àwòkọ́ pé orí igá yẹn ò pé tẹ́ bá rí àwọn èèyàn tó dá lò. ṣó yẹ kó sọ̀rọ̀ wọ́n kàn gbé èèyàn kan bí pé ṣé kán gbéyàn síyàn láyà kí yẹn jẹ́ ẹ̀ ń bá mú.
kò yé mi.
mi ṣe tún wá kọ́mẹ̀ntì ẹ̀ lọ mo ò tún wá rí mo rò bí ó ti delete mo wá tún wá tàgì ẹ̀ kó padà wá síbẹ̀ kó lè wá rí i pé sórí ẹ̀ pé ṣá ṣé ọ̀rọ̀ bóyá acting emotion ọlọ́fi acting emotion sí nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ lórí ọ̀rọ̀ kéèsì Mohbad ṣó gbádùn ṣé fíìmù ló rò bóyá ń ṣe ní bíbá ìtàn tó post tó ń sọ fún wọn pé torí ọkùnrin nìwọ náà ṣá kíní kan ṣe kíní kan ṣó yẹ kó tiẹ̀ gbé àkáǹtì ẹ̀ tó fi o lè lo fake account ó yẹ kó gbé àkáǹtì ẹ̀ tó fi ń polówó movie tó fi ń ṣe gbogbo ẹ̀ tó bá yẹ máa ní pé wọ́n ní wọ́n ń cancel ìyẹn yín kọ́kọ́ lẹ̀ ń cancel ayé ara yín ẹ kò máa ṣẹnu àwọn èèyàn sọ pé ṣó yẹ kó wá ṣó yẹ kó comment kò yẹ kó gbẹnu ẹ dákẹ́ ẹsẹ̀kẹsẹ̀ mo fọlọ ẹ tẹ́lẹ̀ ṣẹkẹsẹ báyìí mo lọ fọlọ ẹ ni. Papa Show àbí kí ló Papa Show that useless small boy tó lo cream báyìí tó ní àmì Ọlọ́run níbi imú báyìí ó dàgbé Papa Show náà ni.
ló wà nímú ẹ̀yìn.
Ọlọ́run.
àmì Ọlọ́run báwo àmì èṣù.
àmì èṣù ẹ máa sọ̀rọ̀ pé bàbá tó rèé sọmọ mo wà dá lọ mo lọ́mọ ọmọ wo ló Ọlọ́run má jẹ́ ṣe mo lọ́mọ wo ló rèé ọmọ kan ni ṣé Mohbad nìkan lọmọ sábà Mohbad bí ni èwo ló yàn jù èwo ló rán lọ sí school nínú gbogbo wọn ẹ dẹ̀ máa ló rèé sọmọ ṣé Mohbad nìkan bàbá Mohbad bí ni school wo ni Mohbad lọ tẹ ló rèé sọmọ ó single-handedly race ọmọ yẹn máa ń bí mi nu ó single-handedly race ọmọ wo ló race ọmọ wo ni bàbá Mohbad race ṣé Mohbad tẹ́ pé ṣókàwé tán ni ọmọ wo ọjọ́ wo ló ti rí Mohbad gan gbẹ̀yìn gbà tó di pé Mohbad lówó lọ́wọ́ kọ́ ló padà rí Mohbad torí àtẹnujẹ ẹdẹ máa ní bàbá tó race ọmọ òun kọ́ ló lè yẹ ẹ̀bọ̀ tó ń kọ́ ló fi gbọ́ bá kù sí lè yẹ ẹ̀bọ̀ ta tí ò bá léyè bọ́tà tí ò bá léyè bọ́tà tí ò bá gbọmọ lọ́wọ́ yẹ ṣé yẹ ò ní tọ́jú ọmọ ẹ̀ ẹ̀dẹ̀ máa lóore sọmọ òun ló fẹ́ tọ́mọ òun ló fẹ́ kọ́ ṣé mi ni màá bá tọ́ ọmọ èmi ó máa ká àwọn ọmọ ẹ̀ fún mi kí n bá tọ́ ni èmi máa bá tọ́ àwọn ọmọ tó bí ni ẹ̀dẹ̀ máa lóore sọmọ wọ́n dẹ̀ máa sọ̀rọ̀ ọ̀dẹ̀ lẹ́nu ṣé wẹ́rẹ̀ ló máa bá rẹ̀ sọmọ títì àbí neighbor ló máa ká àwọn ọmọ fún kọ́ máa bá tọ́jú àwọn ọmọ. ẹ dẹ̀ máa mú gbogbo ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀ change ẹ̀ CTC ìgbà ẹ̀ change ẹ̀ lọ bọ́ta lóru wọ́n lọ ra paracetamol wọ́n lọ ra cotton wool wọ́n lọ ra kinní wọ́n lọ ra gbogbo ẹ̀ ẹni tó fẹ́ lò fún wọn padà rí lò fún because ó ti sùn. ẹni yẹn ẹ̀jẹ̀ ń rọ̀ṣì ni wọ́n ṣe bọ́ta wọ́n ti gun pa nígbà yẹn ni wọ́n wá ń wá àwọn tó ń tẹ̀lé yín daft o. gbogbo nǹkan tó kà yìí sí tẹ máa post ẹ̀ náà kọ́ máa fẹ́ tí ara wọn gbọ́ báyìí ẹ ṣì máa rá àwọn olórí burúkú àwọn kọ́mẹ̀ntì òfò ń bẹ̀ ẹ ṣì máa rá àwọn bad comment ń bẹ̀. wèrè kan lánàá náà ó wọ́ sọ́dọ̀ Anita King of South and the West tí ò ṣọmọ Nàìjíríà yẹn wọ́n ń ka nǹkan fún ẹ lọ́dọ̀ Anita báyìí ó tún sọ síbẹ̀ pé ìgbà tó ṣe autopsy wọn kọ nǹkan tí nọ́ọ̀sì rí tí nọ́ọ̀sì fún Mohbad wọn kọ sínú autopsy ìyẹn ní ṣebí òun làwọn kà kọjá yìí ó ní wọn kọ síbẹ̀ wọ́n dẹ̀ tún sọ fún dẹ̀ tún ṣe kọ́mẹ́ǹtì yẹn repeat bóyá copy and paste tiẹ̀ lórí burúkú bá wa kọ ni kò tiẹ̀ yé mi èmi padà mú tùwèrè dànù ni ó ti wáyé mi pé kò ṣe pé bóyá wọn gọ́líbù wọn kàn jẹ́ ìkà ni wọ́n ni ìkà nǹkan tó fẹ́ gbọ́ yẹn òun lọ́ fẹ́ gbọ́ wọn fẹ́ gbọ́ nǹkan míì lẹ́yìn ẹ̀ ìkà ni wọ́n olùsímọ́jẹ́nọ́lá yẹn ó dé àti inquest ìgbà tí nọ́ọ̀sì lọ tí nọ́ọ̀sì wá sí inquest ó ṣe TikTok ó sọ pé ó wá ń jó wá ní bí nọ́ọ̀sì ṣe wálé ní báyìí tí tó gbọ́ pé nọ́ọ̀sì sọ pé òun ò fún Mohbad lábẹ́rẹ́ òun ló yẹ kí wọ́n máa jó iṣẹ́ yà wèrè ni TTC nọ́ọ̀sì láti gbọ́ yìí ó lóun bá Mohbad òun àti Mohbad ń communicate ẹ̀dẹ̀ mú gbogbo ẹ̀dẹ̀ yìí ẹ ládùúrà sọ pé ẹ tó bá lóun rí Mohbad ní 12 kìíní kan Mohbad 12 kìíní kan lòun rí Mohbad gbẹ̀yìn ṣé yẹn wà ní TTC ẹ̀dẹ̀ ń sọ wọ́n dẹ̀ ń kọ́ paparẹ́rọ̀ tó jẹ́ wèrè ìgbọ̀n tó jẹ́ pé science student àwọn ológun kú ni ó máa ń correct ni pé àdúrà ò sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ àwọn westo oníjìnbá kóòtù olùṣèlú jìnbá kóòtù àwọn ló gbà àwọn narrative yẹn wá fún yín kò dẹ̀ kúrò lẹ́nu yín mọ́ láti gbà yẹn mo rí kọ́mẹ̀ntì èèyàn kan náà tí mo mọ̀ ẹni yẹn mo mọ̀ dáadáa mo rí kọ́mẹ̀ntì ẹ̀ tó ti post ṣé bàbá Mohbad lọ post àbí Ìyábọ̀ ó wá ń kọ́ síbẹ̀ pé Wùnmí Ìyábọ̀ God will judge mo fẹ́ kọ́ síbẹ̀ pé mo ò bó lórí burúkú ni í ṣá ṣé ojú abẹ́ ẹ̀dì yín lẹ fi ronú iṣẹ́ ìṣirè mi kàn tún fi wọ́n lẹ̀ bọ́ ẹni yẹn náà mi kì í bẹ́ẹ̀ ni yẹn sọ mo ti unfollow ẹ̀ mo ń bá sọ̀rọ̀ mọ́ mo ti unfollow ẹ̀ mi ìfẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ ni yẹn sọ̀rọ̀ mọ́ ìwọ tí bá ti rí pé o support bàbá Mohbad mo yìnbọn rẹ̀ mi kan jà níjọ̀wọ́ ọ̀rẹ́ mi ọkùnrin tájọ ṣe kékeré mo yìnbọn pariwo tí mo ń send voice note sí pé ẹ máa ní ọmọ yẹn ló pọkọ ẹ̀ ṣé ọ sọ fún yín pé wọ́n gún Mohbad pa àbọ̀ sọ fún yín pé wọ́n lágò mọ́ Mohbad lórí ṣé pàtàkì ṣọtọ́ sí méjì ṣọtọ́ fún yín pé kọ́kọ́ ṣe Mohbad ó padà calm down nítorí mi jẹ́ òpó mo ṣe gé fún tí mo voice note ọ̀rẹ́ ọkàn ló sọ voice note fi 10 ni mo dàbò mo ní màá bínú sí ẹ màá bẹ̀jà màá block ẹ toró ṣìlẹ̀ ń ṣe ìkà níyìn ẹ dẹ̀ change gbogbo nǹkan tó sọ pátápátá ẹ tún sọ pé wọ́n edit ẹ ni Azao now Azao olùsíbáyọ̀ yẹn sunkún ka síìtì yẹn sunkún kìkan ṣe títì nìyẹn ń kànà ìyẹn ń ka ó ń ka kí lorúkọ nǹkan tá a máa ń kà àgbà táwọn kékeré tá a bá fẹ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ ABC no abidi kọ
Queen Premier
ó ń ka Queen Premier wèrè lòun ka CTC wèrè sunkún ka Queen Premier lòun ka CTC
ìṣẹ́ ló máa
báyọ̀ tí ò nà pọ̀ báyọ̀ tó bẹ̀rẹ̀ pé kí ni definition of DNA lọ́dún náà lọ́hùn ní tiẹ̀ sí ní chat yẹn máa lọ post chat yẹn lọ́dún náà lọ́hùn lọ́dọ̀ ọ̀nà ìbọn ń gbà yẹn tí gbogbo wa ṣì máa ń ta gbogbo máa ń kóra wa kiri ta máa ń ta ṣì jẹ́ òṣùṣù ọwọ́ ń gbà yẹn ló ń bèrè lọ́dún náà tí Mr. Dáhà ní kí ni definition of DNA olòṣì lòun ò mọ̀ gbogbo nǹkan ní Báyọ̀ kí mọ̀ Báyọ̀ ló wá jókòó ló wá Báyọ̀ tó wà ní abroad tó wà l'Amẹ́ríkà tó narrate nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ní station fún yín tó sọ nǹkan tó ń ṣe fún yín.
tẹ́ bá ti ṣe tán mo máa play Báyọ̀ fún yín sí irú ọpọlọ tí Báyọ̀ ní tọpọlọ tí wàá máa play fún yín.
Báyọ̀ bá ti ṣe tán jẹ́ kí n mọ̀. ó ń sọ fẹ́yìn jẹ́ pé ẹlẹ́ẹ̀kàwé díẹ̀ nínú ìjẹ́ pé ìwé tẹ kà gan-an ìwé ló gbà yín kọjá gbẹ́nàná léèwé kọjá ìwé ló gbà yín skul ló gbà yín kọjá it yìí if nìyẹn ń kà fún wọn bẹ̀ ní ìyẹn vengeance akígbe márùn tó máa ń sọ pé òun kàwé tẹ́pẹ́ àwọn ọmọ ò lè má dùn lábẹ́ náání ló gbélé ayé wá ṣe nǹkan tóun àtìyàwó ẹ̀ fi ń jẹun nìyẹn ìyẹn wá ń béèrè Mr. Bayo in that place kí ni Darosha sọ́nbẹ̀ yẹn Báyọ̀ àtúnṣọ Báyọ̀ níjọ́ kan lọ́nbẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ Báyọ̀ orí platform yọ̀ọ̀kì ni lọ́nbẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ Báyọ̀ pé kí ló ní sọ̀rọ̀ Darosha kan lọ́nbẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ Báyọ̀ tí wọ́n kọ́ parọ́ fún wọn lẹ̀ wọ́n wá ní ṣọ́wọ́n ní CTC Báyọ̀ ló wà wọ́n ní kí Báyọ̀ kà Báyọ̀ wá lóhùn ń bọ̀ òun máa wá jáde nǹkan tó lóò kà tó wà ní CTC tó ń kà fún wọn lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ ọwọ́ ni kò wá jáde kò kà ó wá ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ wá ní pé ó máa lọ wá ọmọ kà tó fi parí chat yẹn mi rò bí abáyọ̀ kà kan yẹn. ṣé gbogbo alẹ́ rò bóyá àgọ̀ bẹ́yìn ṣe gọ̀ ni ọ̀rọ̀ ọgbọ́n kò ń ṣe pé bóyá kéèyàn lọ sí school gbogbo akọ́la kàwé gbogbo akọ́la ní good education but kíní yìí ọpọlọ ni logic ni kò ń ṣe nǹkan tó le rárá. kò ń ṣe nǹkan tó le ẹ ti ní ẹni ẹ tún sọ débi tó pé ẹ ìgbà tí Mohbad kú tó fi ń pronounce ẹ death yẹn tó fi ń pronounce ẹ pa yẹn ní pé yẹn ìgbà tó ń lọ sí second hospital nìyẹn ṣé ní pé ẹ gàn ẹ daft wọ́n ní yẹn wọn ò tí ì dé second hospital kan tó sọ pé Mohbad kú. ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kò ń ṣe ọmọ kékeré ọmọ 6 years ẹ bá kàn pé jókòó tẹkọ̀ ṣàlàyé pé báyìí ó ná ọpọlọ ju àwọn ìyá yìí gbogbo àwọn tàdé rí àwọn tó jẹ́ àgbàlagbà àwọn grandma grandpa. àwọn tó jẹ́ grandma grandpa àwọn ọmọ wọn tán bí àwọn gbogbo àwọn ọmọ tán kọ́mẹ̀ntì kiri tán pèrè àwọn ratel tán kọ́mẹ̀ntì kiri yẹn gbogbo àwọn tó ń kọ́mẹ̀ntì tó jẹ́ àwọn kékeré yẹn àwọn ọmọ táwọn ọmọ Ojoyola bí ó ṣà. Yes mama.
ẹ dúró olùsí Báyọ̀ ẹ gbọ́ fámìlì Báyọ̀ rè o mo fẹ́ kẹrẹ́rìn ni.
bóyá ẹ̀gbọ́n mi ẹ̀kọ́ jàre ABCD àjẹkẹ́ndé ẹgbẹ̀rẹ̀ ló fi ní kíw. Mo ti kú. Bóyá ẹ̀gbọ́n mi ẹ̀kọ́ jàre. ABCD ABCD àjẹkẹ́ndé ẹgbẹ̀rẹ̀ ló fi ní kíw.
Mami tún jẹjẹ sí ẹ kí ni.
Èèyàn lie. This one na AI.
AI kọ́ èèyàn ni o.
Ẹ gbà mí.
àjẹkẹ́ndé ẹgbẹ̀rẹ̀ ló fi ní kíw.
Bílíkì.
ẹ jọ ṣé wọn gbà ní ṣé kò sí bílíkì kò sí RICU wọn gbà náà.
Àwọn mọ̀ ká. Wọ́n mọ̀ ká.
wọ́n kà á jù.
Àwọn tó kà á tó
Èwo
pọ̀
ni
sí.
bílíkì nínú bí ìbàní?
ṣé kò sí bílíkì kò sí bílíkì ṣé kò sí bílíkì kò sí bílíkì kò sí RICU.
Nígbà tí wọ́n bá ló wọn sí
York is 30 something. No.
he's 30 something àwọn ọmọ kékeré ni.
ọmọ kékeré ni Báyọ̀ dàgbà ọmọ kékeré ni York. wọ́n dẹ̀ tún máa pe York
Báyọ̀
bọ́dà.
náà ṣe ní 42 àbí 40 kìíní kan ló pera ẹ̀.
no Báyọ̀ ju 42 lọ o.
Ayé Báyọ̀ ti bàjẹ́ orí tí ní bí ọ̀pọ̀.
ó dà pé gbàtà lọ gbé picture ẹ̀ gbà yẹn ṣé 50 years kan ló ṣe ń gbà yẹn ni. ó dà pé bí 50 years tó ṣe ń gbàtà lọ gbé picture ẹ̀ gbà yẹn mi rántí.
No, AIG. Bí Báyọ̀ yẹn ṣe rí sí ẹ̀kọ́ ọmọkùnrin rí bẹ́ẹ̀.
Ìyẹn bí Báyọ̀ ṣe rí ni àwọn Báyọ̀ náà ṣe rí àyàyáwó ẹ̀gbẹ́ báyìí bíi páálí aṣọ ni o.
Kí ló ń tẹ̀ fẹ́ sọ Pọ́kì York? Ó yẹ bí yẹn ṣe rí sí ẹ̀kọ́ ọmọkùnrin rí bẹ́ẹ̀. Ó dàbí jùlọ ọmọ yìí wọ́n wá jókòó sílẹ̀ ra pàtà. Nǹkan ti ṣe àwọn pípù yìí o. Wọ́n ti gbégbá ọṣẹ serious lé wọn lórí o. Pìtìpìtì ayé ti bá wọn o.
Organofọ́ṣìṣì àbọ̀ganofọ́kọ̀sì tán sunkún dáwò tán ti wá bọ́ganofọ́ṣìṣì pàdé.
Èwo ni wọn organophosphate?
ṣáà yóò mọ̀ pé ń jọ́ tí ọwá ka autopsy Mohbad àwọn èèyàn tọ́láwọn rí tí bá tó ń give update tọ́láwọn bọ́gano àwọn olórí burúkú lòun
Kíni
kọ́lẹ̀ ọ̀gá
Richie
gbogbo
Richie kọ́ Richie tó ń sunkún kiri Richie tó ní wọ́n kan lọ́rùn wọ́n gbé POP sí lórí láì ṣe Jésù tán gbádé ẹ̀gún lé lórí.
ta ló sọ pé ọkọ lọ́rùn
Richie ọ̀rẹ́ bẹ̀lẹ̀ ni Richie
àṣé kí ṣe olórí bí àpótí fẹ̀lẹ́ kò yẹ olórí burúkú ni.
ọ̀rẹ́ tó máa wà lọ́dọ̀ Papa Shoot.
Richie gan Richie gan
In fact
Richie tún gọ̀ ju Báyọ̀ lọ.
ó tún gọ̀ ju Eric lọ tó ní báyìí òun rí báyìí lójúkorojú lórí picture lòun ti rí tán ti kan lọ́rùn autopsy ò dẹ̀ gbé jáde kò ní gbà.
ẹnu bíi oṣù mẹ́ta kan kọ́ ni olóṣì tó fẹ́ sí Gbàgbàlájà ìyàwó olórí àwọn afọ́jú Gbàgbàlájà Yínká típárì tó bímọ lórí tó ní òun bá pé bandage wà lẹ́sẹ̀ Mohbad méjèèjì àbí ó ní POP wà lẹ́sẹ̀ Mohbad. Where is Ṣọlákẹ́ and Eric? Ẹ dúró mi Eric ló tó mi ìgbóhùn Eric mi ìgbóhùn Ṣọlákẹ́ àbí Ṣọlákẹ́ ti wà yà àṣà ni. Ọ̀run rewọ Ọlọ́run mi ìgbóhùn wọn ò wà láì.
Ọlákéda àròrí Eric dá àròrí.
Mi ṣe wá rí Eric lóòótọ́.
Ìbò ló wà á ò bá.
Ẹgbẹ́ Eric pọ̀. Typewriter ni.
Kò sí nǹkan tó ń bẹ̀rẹ̀ tí ò ní òpin ṣá.
Ọlọ́run.
Ga ọ. Máa fi lè kọ́ ọmọ kó owó ẹ máa bọ̀
Ẹ̀jẹ̀ bá ń gbọ́dọ̀ mi wá o, ká máa jọ fún wa give and take o.
That Prof King of the North and South Olóṣìmá ní ọmọ Liberia ní ara àwọn ọmọ tí wọ́n máa kú mógun ní asylum ló lọ sí ní Japan ìyẹn ó ní náà kú.
Àní bó ṣe gòkè lọ́jọ́ kan ní ijọ́ tí Mary kọ́kọ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ ẹ̀jẹ̀ bá ń gbé woman feelings wọ́n dé tọ́jọ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ share celebration tó ṣe gòkè nìyẹn ọ̀tọ̀ nìkan tó ń sọ ó bá nìyẹn how come tí question lórí burúkú question náà tó tẹnumọ́ náà question ọkàn yìí náà ni àwọn kan ọmọ panelist gan ló ń dá lóhùn pé ọ̀gá wetin you dey ask us go police station go ask police na kí ló wetin concern us concern that one bó ṣe ń ṣọ̀tẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ ló tún sọ.
same náà máa sọ ẹ̀jẹ̀ mi ìtẹ̀sí lọ sáà jì lónìí kí lọ́wọ́ ń tọ́ mọ́ òun mi kọ wọn ló ti sọ fún chem kí ló chem.
àǹtí mi Liberation dà bàbá yẹn máa ní ìfiyín lẹ̀ ẹ wá ń bí o ẹ á kọ́rẹ̀ mi òkè káwá fomijoro torí ọ̀rọ̀ àbálẹ̀ máa ń sọ káwá fomijoro torí ọ̀rọ̀.
So today to worship center, I hope you too. You are going. I will see you later. I will see everybody later. Make sure you go and worship today.
Make sure you go and worship today.
See you later.
Only make sure you go and worship today. See you next time. Well, then you must have integrity. You must be passionate. Show integrity.
Níjọ́ tó ń ta integrity wèrè ò sí ilé.
Ó wà passionate. Ó wà passionate. Lẹ́fẹ̀ẹ́ di ẹrù tí ò ṣe tọmọ lọ́mọ lẹ́fẹ̀ẹ́ dìlé lórí.